Got Rusviet. That's nice. Okay, see you later, Scythe. And I got Militant. Let's see. We go for monopolize the market and just produce an extra time up here on the mountain or up here on the farm. Or we could trade 3 times and get balanced workforce. I think is what we're gonna do. What are the mats in here? Albion's on the patriotic mat, which is not terrible for Albion. Kalani's got agricultural. Nordic has engineering. We're on the overpowered Rusviet Militant. But we're experimenting a little bit because we've got this balanced workforce. We're going to use our first few turns. Going for enlists. Not that much, does it? I'll let you leave. Fortunately for them, Kalani is really the only one that's in a position to pressure me. He's going to have to get 2 max, which is not going to be quick with the ag board. So we only need 2 more food after this trade to close out our enlists. So where are we getting the rest of our resources? We need 2 food. We need 12 metal, right? So if we get an upgrade, put 3 here and 5 here. We'd be 1 short. We're gonna produce twice. Move a worker down here, produce again. That will give us enough for 2 max. Then if we put 3 workers here, 5 here, Man. Just ever so short on this food. I'm gonna go for the recruit. $2 a worker and 2 resources. So we produce, get to 2 metal, we move a worker down here. Now we produce, we get to was my other objective. 9 tokens of the same resource. I'm kind of wishing I had just done that. Just produced a whole bunch of extra resources I didn't need. That would have been the better play, I think. I just kind of wanted to go for balanced workforce. Don't get it that often. What if we get a little creative here? What if we trade for metal and a food, move 2 workers to here, produce, just go for the 2 metal. Would be really nice is to get 2 food off an encounter. Well, what if we put 6 here and 2 here? Then we're 2 metal short, right? Yeah, then we're 2 metal short. 3 and 5, we're 1 metal short. That is, if we put 3 here and 5 here, we end up 1 short. But 6 and 2, we end up 2 metal short. Now we're going to move down here, out here. That's going to allow us to build a max. So what do we want to go with? I mean, Riverwalk, I guess. Don't really like it, but next turn we produce, we get to 3 metal again, we move again. This will work out okay, actually, because then we'll produce 2 metal and 6 food, and we can trade for 4 metal. Okay, this will work. Yeah. Actually like this. Did Polonia just move? Polonia did not just move. Polonia is coming for the metal, but we'll take it right back with our move action. That's going to cost us an encounter, some power. It means our workers, it's going to cost us a turn because our workers won't be where we want them to be. You didn't take it. Yes. So now we need to see what Nordic's mech is. It's speed. They didn't go artillery. That's good for us. $22. So I have 3 metal. I need 6 more. So I'm gonna get the perfect amount of metal. We're gonna produce 6 food, which is enough for these last 2 enlists. We're gonna trade for 4 metal, and then we'll produce 2 more metal off of that produce. Wonderful. A good factory card for Polonia. He's got his workers spread out in sort of an interesting fashion, to be honest. Got Albion cruising. Staying right with us at point total so far. We're gonna go back to this farm in the back. Gonna be cautious. I'm not too afraid of getting hit, but Nordic has 7 power and a card. Well, Nordic's not going to give us a choice unless we want to fight them. And we don't, really. Not before we have our combat cards and People's Army and everything. Nordic can get 3 popularity off this if they want. What they take? Just the 2 wood. Okay. 2 popularity. Plus 2. 6. Plus the encounter is 7. We have to produce once. That's back down to 6. What are we looking at? We need to produce 2 enlists. Move. That'd be 5 turns to end it. Assuming we have enough points. Melania gonna steal our encounter. How rude. Do they go with upgrade and 2 resources? They do. What's Albion got going? He's got a mechless strategy so far. He's got exposed metal that Polania could steal. It's a brave bear, lol. I like bears. Can be. Just hope Nordic doesn't have a 5 and feel really brave. Albion have burrow? No. These resources are safe for now. Some metal. They want it. And they do. Albion hitting Polania in their march toward the factory. We've done our last produce, so we would have had enough for tier 2 if Polania hadn't stolen this encounter, wouldn't we? Okay, I guess we could always trade for a pop. I mean, we can get combats that don't have workers anyway. Albion outpacing us right now? Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, they're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 territories, and we're on 2. It's kind of to be expected. Lonnie still has no power, so this is our safest spot. Looks like there's oil on the ground. This is when it would be really nice to get a popularity off that encounter, because I think we're going to move next turn just to get our township out. Of course, we're going to have to bump a worker to go to the factory anyway. Albion just has the one combat card. Is he going to move this turn? He can't move this turn. So he can't move this turn. We trade for 2 metal. He moves. No, we gotta move this turn. We move this turn. Then he moves. Takes the factory. And we trade for 2 metal. Assuming he doesn't factory move, we can attack him on the factory at that point. Spread out a little bit, get some more coin. 4 points ahead, haven't moved to the factory yet. Ooh. Lonnie with 1 power. 3 cards attacking Albion with... Is there another mech coming from somewhere? There's not. It's intriguing. You have bluff Albion? Telling Albion you can't win both? Will any have camaraderie? They don't. Oh my goodness. Lonnie goes to 0 power and 1 popularity for 2 metal and a combat star. That is interesting. And Polania wins again. Well, we're gonna get a star off Polania right here, almost certainly, right? Okay, we're gonna get a star this turn because we're gonna trade for 2 metal. And probably 2 stars the next turn. And then it's just a matter of spreading out and finding a combat. A little power doesn't hurt. 4 stars for Polania. Is he a threat? He's up. What does he have left? Done his objective in 2 combats and 6 upgrades. Wow. His workers, he's got 4 of them. Not really in a position to get the worker star. Joshua, Polania only had 1 star, already had 1 star for a combat. So he, yeah. Two mechs away from a star. 3 enlists. Workers. I think we got a little bit of time here. Boom. That's fine, but how are you going to get the rest? It's a good question. That's not exciting for us. Gonna take our combat. Okay, though. Let's see if Nordic passed us up. No, they're 6 down even with the factory. They're going to be harder to get combat stars off of. They do not have artillery yet. That's nice. And we just put some distance between us and everybody else. Only downside here is we don't have People's Army and we don't have an upgraded move. We can't actually win a fight against Nordic unless he factory cards away and leaves somebody behind. Basically no encounters left. Knocking a factory card away. Hold that. Say I blame him. Can we end next turn? It's possible. He can play 12. He can play 8. Oh yeah, now we can end. Just hit Polania twice. Yeah, kinda. This part where Albion makes a play for second here. Why not, right? Go ahead. Let's try to not king make here. We have to attack Polani. That was interesting. Make sure I read this right. Uh, 8 and 8 is if I attack Polania. Albion, I'd have to do 10 and then 8 for Polania, so sorry, Polania. That is GG, guys. It's not the fastest Rusviet Militant in the history of the world, but it's Rusviet Militant with balanced workforce. I think it turned out pretty well. Could have been 1 or 2 turns shorter if we had accessible combats earlier. Didn't have to use the extra move. All right, that's game. And we stole Polania's stockpile. Right, GG. All right, guys.